For over 2 weeks now, the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Management of the Fuel Subsidy sat to dig deep into the subsidy of petroleum, which started during the Babangida administration, to temporarily stabilize the price of petroleum. However, more than 2 weeks later, nothing's been heard of the probe, which has frustrated the NLC President Abdul Wahid Omar, who issued a statement doubting the release of the report and alleging that pressures from oil marketers and interested parties are stifling the release.
On January the 1st this year, the pump price of premium motor spirit or petrol jacked up from 65 naira per litre to 140 naira. This spontaneously led to mass action in virtually all the states of the Federation. And despite President Jonathan's assurance of palliative measures to cushion the effect, the strike continued and ended 2 weeks later with a price slashed to 97 naira per litre. After the strike, the House of Representatives Committee on Management of Subsidy Regime began a probe, which brought out stunning revelations about the downstream sector of the oil industry.
One of the conditions for participating in the PSF is that all claimants or all importers on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria must be bona fide owners of storage and must have a network of petrol stations spread across Nigeria. Unfortunately, this is not the case today. It seems as if we have deviated from the original conditions set by the Act in 2006. And when we look at it today, we've had a lot of entrants who do not, first of all, even own storages, but are on throughput arrangements with those that own the storages. These guys don't have retail outlets spread across Nigeria.
For instance, the House probe showed that as of December 31st, 2011, over 1.7 trillion naira was paid as subsidy claims, up from 245 billion naira approved by the National Assembly.
We can source some of the revenue if we start taxing petroleum products, as is done elsewhere. If you recall, I believe it was in the Obama elections for the US president, fuel tax was on the table, was an issue as discussion. So, because it's a major source of revenue for use in development. But government has always been sympathetic to the masses in terms of, or to the consumers, that any tax, we need to manage such a tax, particularly since this is a tax that affects every single person.
It was also discovered that fuel importers drastically increased from 49 in 2010 to 140 in 2011, many not having retail outlets. And in some cases, outright fraudulent activities by some oil companies.
The trade is what.
All in all, Nigerians were treated to stunning and heartbreaking revelations on how not to run a business. The chairman of the committee, Farouk Lawan, vowed not to hide anything with a promise to make its report open to the public. However, 3 weeks later, the report is yet to see the light of the day, prompting some labor leaders to express their doubts on the release of the report.
Pro is a product of the struggles of the Nigerian people, and that is why we are interested in its outcome. Now, that pro panel, you know, these publicities have shown that we've been fleeced as a country. That what you have in the oil, sector is essentially corruption. That people over the years are fed fat on the country, and that pro panel showed that there's a lot of corruption and something has to be done about it.
If the House of Reps doesn't release that probe, they will be doing the institution of the National Assembly a very great disservice in general, and in particularly the members of that committee.
The doubts expressed by the labor leaders has been shared by many Nigerians who have witnessed many probes in the upper and lower chambers of the National Assembly, with neither the culprit exposed nor a report released to effect a change in the system. The question is, when will the House probe on subsidy regime be released to the Nigerian public?
Is done.